and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing 20 more anticipated releases for 2026. I did this video back in December and I shared a bunch of books that I was excited to come out in 2026, but even more books have gotten released and I'm so excited for them. So I decided to do another video sharing more books that I am looking forward to. Hopefully you find some other books on this list that you are also looking forward to. But let's just jump right into it. So I'm hopefully getting this video up for you guys in March because I do have 4 books in March that have been announced that I'm looking forward to. And the first one of those is Children of Strife. That is book 4 in the Children of Time series, which is of course one of my all-time favorite sci-fi series. I absolutely love it so much and I cannot wait for book 4. I'm just so excited, but this is a sci-fi series set in space, and this is a bit of a philosophical sci-fi. There's always like a lot of action, but it always follows some sort of mystery, some sort of weird alien creature. I always just have so much fun with the series, so I cannot wait for book 4. I Love You Don't Die by Jade Song is one I don't know anything about other than it is a literary fiction book about love. All I know is that this author wrote Chlorine, which was one of my all-time favorite books of 2025, so I cannot wait to read their next release. Crawlspace by Adam Christopher is one I don't know anything about other than that it is a sci-fi horror book, and the cover looks really good. I always love a good sci-fi horror book, so I'm really looking forward to this one. They Wouldn't Date by Deanna Gray is a fake dating college romance. I have read one other book by this author and I really enjoyed it, and that one would be Outdrawn. So because I enjoyed that book so much, that's why this one is on here. Even though I don't tend to gravitate towards college romances, I do still want to read more books by this author, so I'm putting it on this list. In April, there are 2 books that I'm anticipating, and the first one is Morsel, which is a horror novella all about poverty and capitalism, and I believe this one follows a woman who is running from the woods and she has to try and escape before something eats her alive, and that's kind of all I know about this one, but it sounds like it'd be really good. Ryder by Jessica Peterson is a small town cowboy romance, and that's all I know about that one. The cover looks really good. I think this one is actually the 4th one in the series, but I don't know. In May, there are 4 books that I am anticipating, and the first one is Make Me Better by Sarah Gailey, and this one I believe is a cult horror book. Soon by You by Dahlia Adler is a romance book between a wedding singer and a perpetual bridesmaid, and it's their romance. I have really enjoyed other books that I've read by this author before, so I'm really excited for this one. Marooned by Ben Shaflin is a queer romance set on a desert island reality TV show, which sounds like it'd be really fun. Decomposition Book by Sarah Van Oz is a horror book about this woman who ends up finding this dead body, and there's a journal next to this body, so it's all about this woman reading this dead person's journal, and it just sounds like a very interesting concept for a horror novel, so I'm really intrigued by this one. I only have 1 book for June, and that is Rebound. I think the cover of this one is absolutely gorgeous, but this is a slow burn workplace romance. In July, there are 3 books that I'm looking forward to, and the first one also has a gorgeous cover, and that is Die For Me. This is another romance one. This is a paranormal romance following this doctor who ends up falling in love with a much younger man, and he ends up having a deadly secret. The Sea Hides Its Dead is another horror book following a group of academics who get trapped in an underwater cave, which sounds so much up my alley. I am really looking forward to this one. Furious Violet by Sarai Walker is a thriller all about motherhood and obsession, and I've heard some early good things about this book, so I'm really curious about it. There are 5 books I'm looking forward to in September, and the first one is The Knave and the Moon by Rachel Gillick. This is book 2 in the Stonewater Kingdom series. I read book 1 in my reading vlog of reading books recommended to me by my subscribers. I'll have that video linked if you guys want to check it out, but I really enjoyed book 1, so I am really looking forward to this next book because the way book 1 ended was definitely a cliffhanger, so I cannot wait to get my hands on this one. Something of a Calling by Zoji Stage is an eco-horror book, which I really enjoy a good ecological horror, so that is why this one is on this list. I don't know anything else about this book, and I don't even think a full synopsis is out about this one, but it looks like it'd be really good. Love Felt Like This by Julie Olivia is a small town single dad romance that looks so cute. Our Cut of Salt by Dina Helm is a haunted house story following 3 generations of women, and it also looks like it'd be really good. And the last book for September is Rooted, which is another horror book. This one is following this woman who travels back to Mexico and she ends up awakening the Aztec gods, which that little premise alone intrigues me. However, I have DNF'd a book by this author before, so I'm not sure how I'll get along with this one, but I do still want to give it a try. I only have one book for October, and that is Milk Teeth by Caitlin Sterling. This is an author who I've given one of her books 5 stars before, and I haven't really enjoyed any of the other ones, but this one I do want to give a try, and it is following this vampire coven, and specifically this one woman who is in charge of nursing all the fledgling vampires, and it just seems like it'd be a really interesting horror book, so I'm looking forward to it. The last 2 books I have to talk to you about are coming out in November, and the first one of those is Monsters of Ohio by John Scalzi. This just sounds like it's going to be a weird book, but it is set in a small rural town in Ohio, and weird things end up happening, I guess. And then the last book is Crash Into You by Simone Siltani. This is a Grumpy Sunshine F1 romance. I have read the other book in the series. I want to say this one is book 2. I read the first one in 2025 and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't my all-time favorite story, but I definitely enjoyed this author's writing enough that I do want to continue. And this one just sounds like it'd be a really cute, fun story. But those are 20 more books that I am personally anticipating for 2026. Let me know if there's any other books that you would add to this list or what books you're anticipating. And thank you guys so much for making it this far into the video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!